Welcome to Arcade Audio.
Ladies and germs, welcome to Dilettante Ball. I'm Johnny.
I'm Spencer.
Here on Dilettante Ball, we go on Wikipedia.
We click random article.
And we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
I have something that you maybe don't know about that I want to talk about.
Ooh, all right.
It's a little pluggy.
Okay.
So some of my friends, your friends too, at Paracosm Press, you don't know what that is, but you know who they are.
Okay.
James D'Amato and Cat Cool.
Oh, okay.
They created a
That's
game.
their LLC or whatever?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
No, whatever.
It's their
I know what game you're talking about. It's called like Funny Voices or something like that?
Noisy Person
Noisy
cards.
Person cards.
Yeah, or NPC.
That's
yeah,
funny.
it's good. It's
Pretty
good.
funny.
And it's like it's a card matching game with it's phrases and silly voices like say this like a dragon man.
Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Can we expect more good writing like that?
You can, because I wrote some of the cards. So it's on Kickstarter right now for the next 2 weeks once this airs. So check it out. It's a lot of fun. It's a good beer and pretzels game.
And you said it was called Noisy Person Cards.
Noisy Person cards. Yep.
How's it doing so far?
Very well, actually.
Yeah.
It's about 2/3 of the way funded.
That's great.
It actually was like 1/3 of the way funded on the first day.
That's
so
fantastic.
yeah, they're doing fantastic, and I'm very excited for them.
And by the time this episode comes out,
It'll be
about,
funded, and just don't even bother.
I'm sure there'll be stretch goals.
Kickstart it, but then the day before, just pull
your money out.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I wrote a few cards. It was a real hoot.
It'll probably still have two or 3 weeks left in the cycle, I'm sure.
Yeah. And depending on there are different stretch goals, and then there are also goals as far as liking their page on Facebook and stuff. There are additional goals, and there are a few expansion decks
Modules
that they're working on. So
that's great. I actually looked at the rule book and was looking at some of the I feel like they have a print and play up, and I was able to look at some of the cards.
There is a print and play. That's not it's all you need, but there are more cards that will be in the actual version.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is, and that's all. Just check it out. Even if you don't kick it, just
check it out.
Get the print and play.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Print
All you're wasting is ink and paper.
Yeah, and you're doing it at work anyway.
Yeah.
So what do you care?
And your work has nice card stock. That's heavy paper. 80 pound, 120 pound paper. Come on, guys. Yeah, that's all. You ready?
Speaking of which, I'm playing D&D with some guys, and one of them just essentially printed out the player's handbook using his work computer. It just has like big binder clips, like holding.
Oh my god!
Like section 1, 2, 3, like whatever.
He's fired. He got fired.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, saved him $50 though on that player's handbook. All right. Yeah. Let's fire this whole thing up.
I feel like this is probably going to be pretty cool.
I agree.
Iwane Matsui?
I agree with that pronunciation.
Was a general in the Imperial Japanese Army and the commander of the expeditionary force sent to China in 1937. He was convicted of war crimes and executed by the Allies for his involvement in the Nanking Massacre.
Oh, God. It sounds really cool, dude.
Fuck. This is maybe the darkest article that
probably.
We've gotten. Usually they're like just Christian rock bands, or you know,
right.
like
you're Svalbard, like nothing wrong with that.
This is the first person who was convicted of war crimes and executed that we've gotten. Born in Nagoya, Matsui chose a military career and served in combat during the Russo-Japanese War. He volunteered for an overseas assignment there shortly after graduating from the Army War College in 1906. As he rose through the ranks, he earned a reputation as the Japanese Army's foremost expert on China, and he was an ardent advocate of Pan-Asianism. I don't know what that is.
Sounds like a good thing, right? Like, hey, we're all hanging out together. Or maybe it's like the USSR, but for, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. He played a key role in founding the influential Greater Asia Association.
Gah.
He retired from active duty in 1935, but was called back into service again in August 1937 at the start of the Second Sino-Japanese War.
Matsui, we need you. We need you to commit war crimes. Like if there was like a Ocean's 11, he'd be the war crimes expert.
To lead the Japanese forces engaged in the Battle of Shanghai. After winning the battle, Matsui succeeded in convincing Japan's high command to advance in the Chinese capital city of Nanking. The troops under his command who conquered Nanking on December 13th were responsible for the notorious Nanking Massacre.
Jesus Christ.
Matsui finally retired from army.
Wait, let's skip right over that, huh?
He retired from the army in 1938 following Japan's defeat in World War II. He was convicted of war crimes at the International Military Tribunal for the Far East, the IMTFE, and executed by hanging. This reminds me, you saying "ga" and this IMTFE.
Yeah.
Friend of the show, friend of me, friend of you, Andrew Kidd. Did I say this already? He was like, a couple episodes back we were talking about acronyms.
Okay.
And he was saying that an acronym, I think it's an acronym, is only it's only an acronym if you pronounce the word, like scuba.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's just an abbreviation.
Yeah, you mentioned that to me. I don't know if it was on the podcast, but that is interesting.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah, scuba.
Yeah.
Or truck.
Or ga.
Yeah. Right.
Truck. Yeah.
Yeah. Truck.
Transport. Road.
Undercarriage.
Equipment. Yeah, this dude sucks.
I don't.
Dang.
I don't know anything about the Nanking Massacre beyond the phrase Nanking Massacre.
I've never even heard that.
Okay.
He was executed by hanging. He and other convicted war criminals were enshrined at Yasukuni Shrine in 1978. An act that stirred controversy. Just a
skosh.
Hey, next time, can we not?
Right.
Just
God.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I
like, how bad does Japan hate China that they were like
war crimes?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that I don't know. I know that Korea hates Japan. North Korea hates Japan.
Yeah, because there's some sort of conflict there between like who owns what.
Well, and there was like occupation for a long time.
Okay.
And, imperialism.
Yeah. Japan was surprisingly like effective at like killing and conquering
for being such a tiny little country.
Yeah, and being an island. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
It'd be like if Great Britain controlled half the world.
Like, insane.
Yeah. The rising sun never sets on the British Empire.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That sounds
pretty cool, man.
Yeah. I feel like in school I only learned about American history and European history.
Yeah.
And I only learned about European history in how it affected American history.
Definitely. Yeah.
I essentially know nothing about Asian history or African history.
I fully agree. Yeah.
I know nothing about Asian history. I know even less about African history.
Yep, I agree. Very few things I know about Africa are like
slavery related, honestly.
Essentially, yeah, right.
And apartheid.
Yeah, really though. I don't know anything about Asian history. Like even like Russia essentially won World War II, but we didn't know that because they didn't teach us that.
Yeah.
Like they just threw everyone that lived in Russia like into the war and then brute forced the outcome.
I know that in China invented gunpowder really early or something?
And paper and writing, maybe? I feel like, yeah.
Not writing.
Okay, yeah, because that'd be like the Syrians or...
Yeah, cuneiform.
Right.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, that's how I say it.
Cuneiform. That's the first written language.
Yeah, gunpowder for sure.
Speaking of old bullshit, did I ever tell you... I feel like I've probably talked about it on the podcast, but years ago, Jessica and I went to France, and we went to the Louvre, and it was dog shit because art sucks. But in the Louvre, they also had the Code of Hammurabi, which was like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in person in my life. It was fucking rad.
So it's just like a list of like rules.
Yeah. It was like the first written
codified,
laws
like,
that exist. It's such a crazy awesome thing.
That is really interesting. What made him do that? Or like what?
He's just forgetful.
Yeah, milk, eggs, don't kill your neighbor.
Fuck. Can you murder people? Fuck. You can. I'm sure you can. That'd be crazy if you couldn't. Fuck, but can you? Fuck.
Let's put it on the safe side. Let's not
play it safe, murder everyone.
Yeah, and then there's no witnesses. Where is he even from? Like, what was
that?
going on?
I don't know.
Okay,
I learned it in high school and I forgot.
Yeah. Why do they teach us stuff like that?
I don't know. I mean, it's cool. Why do we know the word Magna Carta? You know, like, do you know what it is? Nope, you don't. But you've heard the word.
Something to do with French stuff.
Is it? I thought it was England.
Yeah, damn, dude, you got me.
Yeah, but you know the word.
Yeah. And it was like maybe the first.
If I had to guess, based on
Yeah.
Latin, means big paper.
Damn it, dude. Yeah, you got me, man.
I have literally no idea what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure I used to.
But I learned it every year, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I used to know the year it was signed and who by and what it did.
If it was signed. Is it a physical object? I don't know. Was it a summit of some sort?
Damn it. Yeah, what did I replace that knowledge with?
Pokemon, probably?
Yeah, like how to order on Grubhub. Like, they didn't teach me anything like useful.
Speaking of Pokemon, and speaking of things that are not useful, I've just been rewatching the original series because it's on Netflix.
God, yeah, why not?
It's not great.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not great.
It's still running to this day.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm very excited to catch up. It's not great. They got, so you remember when they got Togepi?
Yeah.
They got the egg.
Mm-hmm.
In my little kid brain, they had the egg for like 5 years before.
Yeah, in my head too.
It's like
yeah.
3 episodes.
I definitely thought they were carting around for like minimum 1 year.
And that was also fairly early in the series, like.
Yeah.
Which I just thought it was later. I was all messed up, man.
Well, I feel like Togepi comes out. Like we saw Togepi on the show slightly before we saw Togepi in the games, so it's sort of like a teaser.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Pokemon to come.
It sucks though. It's bad.
Yeah, and Togepi doesn't make sense because it is its own shell.
Just like on the Garfield and Friends cartoon, there were 2 twin brothers who were like ducks or something or chickens.
They were chickens, and one
was
named Sheldon.
Yeah, and he was just in the egg.
Yeah.
Bazinga.
Oh no.
If you do want to watch a good Pokemon show though.
Yeah.
Pokemon Origins. Did I tell you about that?
Oh, I think we did.
It's just like 4 episodes, and it's like the original Red and Blue games. That story, just 4 episodes, really good. It's just really good.
And I think it's just like on like Pokemon.com or something.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Johnny, that reminded me somehow. You mentioned, I think on the last episode of our podcast, that there was a Tumblr that people should check out called
dumpsterbondage.tumblr.com.
Johnny, I went to dumpsterbondage.tumblr.com.
So let me give some background. I'm on another podcast. It's called Campaign Podcast. It's a Star Wars actual play role-playing podcast where we play Edge of the Empire.
And you've been doing it for a couple years now.
Like a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah.
So you've built up a following.
Yes. Yeah. Great, lovely fans.
These fans, some of them though,
are sex perverts.
100% of them are sex perverts, but only a handful of them acted out on paper.
Yes.
Or digital, whatever. E-paper.
Yeah.
Right. The Magna Carta. I don't know.
Magna Carta.
That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Anyway, so it's just a whole Tumblr dedicated to this fan art of essentially the cast of your show fucking each other.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. So there's a separate Tumblr just for the show where fan art gets posted. Normal, yeah,
non-sex pervert.
And then somehow on Twitter, the cast and some fans were talking, and we were like, man, we really want like some more smut. It's amazing. It's my favorite thing ever. I'm very proud, and it's very flattering that people that someone has taken the time to draw the anus of a character that I play on a podcast.
Like one of the most recent pictures is just your character bent over on all fours, and the camera is just looking directly at his asshole, and you see like his balls and stuff, just like, and he's like looking back. I think he's like looking back and like winking at the camera.
Sultry.
Like, yeah.
Oh my god, I love it. It's
amazing.
Genuinely, it is probably the fact that exists is the thing that I am most proud of in my professional life.
The thing that I like the most about it is that somehow everyone knows exactly what each character looks like. Like there's some reference image or something that everyone's using.
There's official art.
Okay. So so everyone just knows what these fictional characters that are essentially a radio play.
Yeah.
And everyone just knows what they look like.
Mm-hmm.
Like even I was like, oh yeah, I know who that is. Like, so it's truly amazing. And there's like several pages worth.
There's enough to get you through some tough times.
Yeah.
There are some like erotic stories too. Did you read it?
I saw a handful. Yeah.
So good. It's so good. I love.
And one of them was written. It captured everyone's voices perfectly, and I was very impressed with that one. Like yours weird, like everyone's weird way of like speaking.
Yeah. It's. I love smut so much. The book that I'm reading right now, I'm still reading. I've been reading it forever. The 4th Dark Tower book.
Sure.
The beginning, I was so not into it, and it was like dragging, and I was like, "What? Why is this not like the other books?"
Right.
As soon as characters started fucking, I was on board. So, feel free to make erotic art of the two of us.
Oh God, yeah. That's what I was getting at in a roundabout way. I need someone.
It is nice though that my character very much does not look like me, because I'm not saying I don't want erotic art of me as a person, because I do, but
you'd be forced to make it your Facebook profile picture.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was just something I did at work the other day.
You looked at that Tumblr while you were at work?
Why not?
I hope that's why you get fired.
I would.
No, I'm not jerking off. It's my friend. It's my friend.
This is
This is my friend's butthole. Well, this is the character. This is the butthole of a character that my friend plays on a podcast. On a what? A podcast.
That's the thing they don't understand.
Yeah.
So that's what I do with my time.
Can I? Speaking of podcasts, can I give a podcast recommendation?
Sure.
Just you'd love it. You'd love it, and I think fans of this show would love it.
Okay.
And I'm not affiliated in any way. They're barely paying me any money.
Okay.
They're not paying me any money.
Hit me up.
It's called the Black Tapes podcast, and
that already sounds awesome.
So it was recommended to me by James, and then a few other people on Twitter recommended it to me as well.
Okay.
It's essentially. It's fictional, it's scripted, but it's in the style of Serial, but for paranormal stuff.
Okay, that sounds awesome.
It's so cool. It's done so well. I'm on episode like 7 or 8 of 10 in the first season.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
That sort of sounds like what I wanted Welcome to Night Vale to be.
Yeah. It's you'd love it. You would love it. So, if you need that Halloween creep to creep a little early, check out the Black Tapes podcast, and you do.
Thank you.
And hashtag Halloween Creep 2K16.
Smell you later.
Is that a new shirt? God, tell me something you're wearing's new.
Thank you for playing Arcade Audio. Play more at arcadeaudio.net.